Excellencies, distinguished award winners, distinguished guests, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. I'm sorry, I apologize that we were running a little late because of the art exhibition, but we will start right away now. And welcome to the afternoon session of the first day of the United Nations Public Service Day, and awards and ceremony and a forum. I hope you had a nice lunch and enjoyed this morning's session. This afternoon, we continue with our wonderful celebrations. We will be presenting video portraying the winning initiatives of 2012 UN Public Service Award winners and the United Nations E-Government Service Special Award winners. As the saying goes, a picture speaks 1,000 words. These videos will take you on a journey across the world to bear witness to the innovative initiatives that public servants are undertaking to make societies more equitable, inclusive, open, and prosperous. The consolidated video is 33 minutes in duration. I would like to take this opportunity to express our great appreciation and thanks to South News, and in particular to its president, His Excellency Mr. Francis Lorenzo, and his team for its media and communication coverage of this event, and for producing the beautiful video that you have just seen. So please enjoy.
A vital element in all healthy societies, public service provides the framework for development within a given country. Strong public service solves problems and creates opportunities, and provides the basis for a nation to thrive. The United Nations Public Service Awards, a flagship of the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, recognize the exceptional work of public service institutions that are found to demonstrate creativity and dynamism in attending to the needs of all people. Every year, this award ceremony and forum serves as an opportunity for world innovators and government officials to meet, share best practices, and address the challenges that face their nation. The world's most prestigious public service recognition. The award is designed to discover innovations in government, reward excellence in the public sector, motivate public servants to further promote innovation, enhance professionalism in public service, raise the image of public service, enhance trust in the government, build capacity among developing countries, and collect and disseminate successful practices for possible replication. This award program, which is managed by UNPSA's Division for Public Administration and Development Management, promotes the role, professionalism, and visibility of public service in countries around the globe, as it represents one of the flagship capacity-building activities of the department. The following institutions and agencies have been recognized as winners of the 2012 United Nations Public Service Awards. Africa, Mauritius, Independent Commission Against Corruption, the ICAC, preventing and combating corruption in the public service. Mauritius's ICAC aims to institutionalize anti-corruption measures in public service throughout the island nation, and takes a preventative rather than reactionary approach to stopping corruption. Its work has had a direct influence on a drop in corruption and in embedding integrity into the country's organizational culture. Asia and the Pacific, Republic of Korea, Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission, the Integrity Assessment. Korea's integrity assessment pinpoints weak spots in public service and advocates measures to stop corruption before it starts. Korea's Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission named the integrity assessment as the key contributor to a precipitous drop in the country's public sector corruption rating. Latin America and the Caribbean. Mexico, Ministry of Civil Service, new model of control and public works. Since 2009, Mexico's new model of control and public works has been involved in efforts to prevent corrupt acts from planning to completion, using a scientific approach that shows tangible results. This initiative has created a cleaner, more transparent government and improved trust in public institutions. Western Asia. Turkey, Ministry of Justice, SMS Information System. Built to make jurisdiction more transparent and controllable, Turkey's SMS information system transmits any act carried out in judiciary units via SMS to the parties of the case's file, allowing citizens and lawyers to monitor progress on a given case. This has improved public trust in the judiciary by making it a more accountable and transparent institution. Africa, Senegal, Giagande 2000, electronic single window procession of foreign trade and customs formalities. Senegal's Guichet Unique system, which facilitates business processes regarding all foreign trade with Senegal, streamlines operations and reduces the time and cost of transactions. This system promotes transparency and allows for greater flexibility of business processes through electronic exchanges between trading partners and government agencies, and has generated interest from both domestic and foreign private investors. Asia and the Pacific. India District Health Society, Uttar Pradesh, Arogyam. A health initiative, Arogyam provides health care to individuals at their door, giving unique attention to pregnant mothers and young children. Arogyam has helped thousands to obtain polio vaccines and provides guidance and advice for mothers. Europe and North America. United States of America. City of New York 311 Customer Service Center, NYC 311. New York City's 311 service provides citizens up-to-the-minute information with platforms available via telephone or internet. 311 reaches millions of people each year and offers more than 4,000 services available in 180 languages that save New Yorkers time and money. Latin America and the Caribbean. Dominican Republic, Essential Drug Program Logistics Support Central, Promiscal. In the Dominican Republic, the People's Pharmacy offers expanded health services and provides better access to quality medicine for vulnerable groups. Since Promiscal came onto the scene, child mortality, hospitalization rates, and cancer death among women and children have all dropped, a fact that many Dominican leaders attribute to the program. Western Asia, Lebanon. Cooperative of government employees simplify procedures and improve services. By automating the systems providing health insurance to its public employees, Lebanon vastly improved its public health care model. This initiative enhanced transparency and cooperation, and it's a process towards more efficient, competent, and professional public sector services, aimed at reducing the time and effort needed to serve customers. Asia and the Pacific, Thailand, Royal Irrigation Department, integrate drought prevention and mitigation, the Mayayam Operation and Maintenance Office. This project of Thailand's Royal Irrigation Department was designed to limit the effects of drought on the country through community brainstorming meetings and feedback from farmers. The initiative improved its water management capabilities and nearly tripled dry season agricultural areas, dramatically reducing forced seasonal migration among local farmers. Europe and North America. Spain, Department of Housing, Construction and Transport, Housing, all opinions matter. Spain's regional Basque government implemented a new policy designed to include the public's input on strategic plans and legislation on accessible housing. This initiative, the first of its kind in the Basque government's Department of Housing, has engaged the citizenry through online discussions and surveys and has expanded public influence on decision making. Latin America and the Caribbean. Brazil, Department of Planning and Management of Pernambuco, participatory regional seminars. Brazil's Everyone for Pernambuco's regional seminar series both provided a forum that educated citizens about the strategies being pursued by their government and served as a means of gathering public input to inform future policy. The initiative both influenced the multi-year plan law for 2012 through 2015 in Pernambuco and established closer links between the public and the private sectors. Asia and the Pacific. Malaysia, Implementation Coordination Unit, Prime Minister's Department, E-Kasih. E-Kasih, a project of Malaysia's Implementation and Coordination Unit, acts as a central data bank which all agencies involved in poverty eradication can use to pinpoint groups and regions and ensure that their efforts are as effective as possible. E-Kasih has influenced government policy in the country and has improved its ability to tackle poverty within its borders. Europe and North America. Spain, Barcelona Provincial Council, Territorial Information System for the Network of Open Spaces. Barcelona Provincial Council's province-wide multidisciplinary territorial analysis was conducted to improve urban and provincial planning. This project, which provides data online with free and universal access, has been instrumental in drawing up special plans for protected areas and saves municipalities 150,000 euros annually. Western Asia, Bahrain, E-Government Authority, Integrated Workflow Management System. Bahrain's Integrated Workflow Management System was built to facilitate interaction between the parliament and the government and eliminate roadblocks on the path to quick communication. IWMS improved internal transparency and vastly diminished the manual work involved in reporting and tracking government work. Africa, South Africa, Small Projects Foundation, Protecting the Futures. This South African initiative aims to address absenteeism of girls in school by providing training in adolescent reproductive health. Of absenteeism dropped from 20% to 5% in targeted schools, and the program was shown to have improved self-confidence among the girls involved. Europe and North America. Bosnia and Herzegovina strove to integrate gender in armed forces, police, judiciary, and penal institutions within the Brčko district, and include gender equality in the curriculum for peacekeeping training. The nation's security apparatus, which has been designed with the influence of women, now provides free legal aid for women on local security issues and organized teams designed to stop gender-based violence. Latin America and the Caribbean. Brazil, Pernambuco State Secretariat for Women, Chapéu de Palha. Almost 39,000 women have graduated from Brazil's Chapéu de Palha program, which builds on an existing safety program that provides training for women to leave low-paid, hard labor jobs to enter a growing labor market. Women in this program have gained self-esteem and have shown to be more prepared to enter the workforce and challenge gender stereotypes. Western Asia, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai Police General Headquarters, inclusion of women in the police force. The United Arab Emirates city of Dubai created a police department of women's affairs, along with a police monitoring unit for the respect of human rights, specializing in preventing human trafficking. The rate of complaints of human rights violations dropped dramatically soon after and has allowed the police department to embrace a role of community service. In addition to the first place award winners, UNPSA would also like to commend the achievements of those organizations that have been recognized as second place winners of the 2012 United Nations Public Service Awards. Asia and the Pacific. Singapore Building and Construction Authority promoting accountability for procurement of public projects. Singapore's contractors registration system saves time and resources for both government agencies and contractors by streamlining services. The criteria that CRS uses to register contractors is public and transparent, allowing taxpayers to see just how their money is being spent and by whom. Latin America and the Caribbean. Mexico Ministry of Civil Service. National Public Procurement System. The National Public Procurement System in Mexico is an initiative designed to modernize the country's procurement methods, eliminating obsolete regulations and clarifying rules for the general public, and creating an online platform to ensure transparency and ease of access. These strategies have reduced execution time by as much as 95%. Western Asia. Georgia. State Procurement Agency of Georgia. Georgian Electronic Government Procurement System. Georgia's electronic government procurement system processes all procedures online, decreasing corruption risks and allowing more citizens to see how actions are being taken. This has accelerated the rate of tenders within the country, rising from 2,000 in 2008 to 33,000 in 2011. Africa, Morocco. Group plan for retirement allowance, zero paper. Morocco's plan to reform its pension system includes efforts to eliminate paper waste and the introduction of automatic document reading to save time and human resources. The system now processes claims within 5 working days and customizes customer relations, providing instant access to account information. Rwanda. Directorate General of Immigration and Emigration. The use of ICT in improving service delivery in the DGIE. Rwanda has introduced electronic processes into all of the Directorate General of Immigration and Emigration Services, saving citizens time and confusion when it comes to issues surrounding passports, residence and work permits, and entry visas. The waiting period to get a passport dropped from 30 days to 5 days following the implementation of this initiative, which has also caused a reduction in corruption. Asia and the Pacific. Singapore. The Subordinate Courts of Singapore helping to empower litigants in person. The Subordinate Courts Help Center. To solve the problem of the lack of professional representation in court for those who cannot afford it, Singapore opened Help centers designed to assist people with their cases and provide basic information on court processes and practices. Since they opened in 2010, Help centers have assisted nearly 6,000 court users. India. Public Service Delivery Management Government of Madhya Pradesh MP Public Service Delivery Act 2010. A new act passed by the government of Madhya Pradesh in India made it compulsory to give notification of a time frame for services provided by the government, and implemented a grievance system for those who see this time frame violated. As a result, the government is held more accountable and services are completed more quickly and effectively. Europe and North America. Spain. General Directorate for Administrative Modernization Procedures and Promotion of E-Government Public Service Electronic Access for Citizens. Spain's multi-level public administration reform offers services via an electronic network, providing access to public records. This initiative has streamlined public service delivery, reduced bureaucratic holdups, and improved citizen satisfaction with online service delivery. Latin America and the Caribbean, Mexico, National Savings and Financial Services, Financial Inclusion Project. Mexico's National Savings and Financial Services, or BANSEFI, implemented a new mechanism for financial inclusion of the deprived by providing access to banks and educational programs for people in rural areas. This initiative has dramatically cut the costs and waiting time for financial services and has helped many rural farmers get bank accounts and keep their money within the community. Grenada, Immigration and Passport Department. Grenada's Immigration and Passport Department modernized its operations, extending SMS and email services and facilitating online transactions. This has enhanced transparency and cooperation and reduced time and effort needed to serve customers. Western Asia, Georgia, Ministry of Justice Public Service Hall. A new public service system has been implemented in Georgia to eliminate the need to fill out multiple forms and streamline services, saving time and money for the Georgian people. The government also established public service halls, delivering more than 250 services to citizens directly. These reforms have created credibility and trust between the population and the government. Egypt, Ministry of State for Administrative Development, Democratic Reform using ICT. Egypt has embraced the power of information and communication technologies by developing a database for voters and candidates. This database has been used to limit voter fraud and other abuses of power, making it easier for voters to register and submit their ballots. Egyptians also acknowledge that the initiative has improved coordination and cooperation among political parties. Asia and the Pacific, the Republic of Korea, Ministry of Gender Equality and Family Youth Participation Committees. Korea's youth participation committees have attempted to engage young people in the country's political process, allowing young people to have their voices heard and helping government officials charged with promoting youth interest to understand what their constituents require. Asia and the Pacific, Australia, Department of Premier and Cabinet, South Australia Strategic Plan Community Engagement. South Australia Strategic Plan, an initiative designed to promote youth engagement in policy making, was updated recently to ensure that it was being used most effectively. The modernization of this project provided an opportunity to engage, interact, and share opinions and ideas, facilitating face-to-face community consultations. There are now plans in place to update the program every 4 years to maintain its dynamism and relevance. Europe and North America, Slovenia, Ministry of Justice and Public Administration, IT-supported procedure for drafting legislation. Slovenia's IT-supported procedure for drafting legislation was launched with the goal of regulating the practice of drafting and adopting legislation within the country. This standardization project introduced electronic services in the drafting processes and integrates contributions by the public in draft regulations. Canada, Metro Vancouver, Metro Vancouver's public outreach and engagement program. The City of Vancouver, Canada embarked on an effort to engage the public with their metro system to make sure that its services were meeting the needs of their people. The city organized public meetings and community breakfasts where issues like efficiency, cost, and sustainability were addressed. The initiative kicked off a growing culture of public engagement and has increased public trust and confidence in Metro Vancouver. Asia Asia and the Pacific, Republic of Korea. National Science and Technology Commission, National Science and Technology Information Service. The National Science and Technology Information of Korea was built to allow ministries, universities, companies, research institutions, and citizens to share and use national research and development information. This initiative has streamlined information sharing processes and has prevented a duplication of work on a given project. Thailand, Rajaphithi Hospital, preventing diabetic blindness. Thailand's Rajaphithi Hospital began sending local community healthcare teams into rural areas to help ophthalmologists diagnose those at risk for developing diabetes-related blindness. The initiative reduced the rate of new cases of blindness and has empowered the community by showing their ability to fight such a devastating ailment. Europe and North America. Switzerland, Coordinating Agency for Federal Geographical Information, geo.admin.ch. A portal for federal spatial data infrastructure, Switzerland's geo.admin.ch allows users to access information quickly and easily. The website, which also features a help desk, a Q&A section, and social media applications, also is a source of input for the Swiss people to influence their government. Western Asia, Turkey, Ministry of Justice, National Judiciary Informatics System. Turkey's National Judiciary Informatics System was designed to equip all judicial units with the ICT tools necessary to process cases transparently and simply. The system has changed the image of the judiciary within the country and has reduced administrative and correspondence costs dramatically. Africa, Rwanda, Rwanda National Police Isangi One-Stop Center. The Rwandan Isangi One-Stop Center provides a holistic package of services in one place to reduce the costs and time spent by victims in assessing services and appropriate justice to be achieved regarding sexual and gender-based violence. The center has proved replicable, and neighboring countries are beginning to see if its positive effects in Rwanda can be transported elsewhere. Kenya, Ministry of Water and Irrigation, Gender Integration in the Water Sector. Kenya's Ministry of Water and Irrigation has made gender equality one of its top priorities. Its Gender Integration in the Water Sector program studies gender gaps in the irrigation process and how to address them. By tackling these challenges, the ministry has improved the lives of women and has provided a more effective water delivery service. Europe and North America. Spain, Bilbao City Council, Zero Tolerance for Violence Against Women. Spain's Bilbao City Council launched a multi-sector intervention designed to improve prevention and care for survivors of domestic violence. 100% of the victims who filed a complaint were assisted by this program, which includes psychosocial support and services for children. Latin America and the Caribbean. Mexico's Secretary of Social Development daycare program to support mothers. Noting a lack of daycare services, the Mexican government spearheaded a project that built 11,000 daycare facilities serving 273,670 children. Parents have responded warmly to this new project and say that they believe it provides a better education for their children. Western Asia, Oman. Ministry of Health reduced childhood mortality rates, infant and children under 5 years of age. To solve the problem of childhood mortality, Oman has made the records of pregnant women available throughout an electronic healthcare system, which records birth histories and scheduled appointments for small children. This program has reduced the mortality rate of children and has made navigating the healthcare system simple and fast. UNPSA recognizes the efforts towards better public service put forth by all the 2012 United Nations Public Service Award winners and congratulates them on their accomplishments. For more information on these awards, the importance of public service, and to submit a nomination, visit us at www.unpan.org/UNPSA. For the past 10 years, UNPSA has published the Biennial E-Government Survey, a flagship product of DESA's, representing the only global publication listing a comparative assessment of global e-government development in 193 countries, including indicators, strategies, tools, and best practices. This survey, which is cited by entities like the World Bank, the OECD, the Economist Intelligence Unit, the World Economic Forum, and the International Telecommunications Union, serves as a vital policy tool for countries around the world to determine the best practices for e-government strategies and helps build capacity for developing nations. As a source of information and data, the e-government survey allows countries to see just where they can make adjustments to their e-government systems. The 2012 United Nations E-Government Survey Special Awards, which recognize special achievements in e-government, are awards based on 4 separate categories: Global E-Government Ranking, Outstanding Progress in E-Government among the top 20 countries, Highest Regional E-Government Ranking, and Global E-Participation Ranking. This year, the following countries have been recognized with this prominent award. By demonstrating robust telecommunications infrastructure, investing in the development of human capital, and expanding the usage of e-government facilities designed to bridge the digital divide and expand services to people. These 3 governments have improved the lives of their citizens and incorporated their input into policy. The first place winner is the Republic of Korea, followed by the Netherlands and the United Kingdom.
Korea's e-government is fast emerging as one of the world's best open governments.
Het contact met de gemeentes en milieudiensten zal alleen nog maar meer worden. En ja, dat zie ik alleen maar als iets positiefs.
The digital age is transforming our world. People are going online to shop, to learn, to chat, and this brings tremendous opportunities for bringing government closer to the people that we are there to serve.
Among the world's 20 countries with the most advanced e-government, these ones have made the biggest leaps, showing that they are not complacent with their already developed systems and will continue to strive to provide the best possible services for their people. These winners, alphabetically, are Finland, Israel, and Liechtenstein.
The eGov project, which computerized all of the ministries of the Israeli authorities, enables the citizen to maximize his spare time by eliminating the need to wait in lines and meet with bureaucrats.
E-government services are developing in all corners of the globe. Using the regions defined by UN statistical analysis, UNPSA recognizes the countries providing the best e-government services to their citizens in each region of the world. The winner of the highest regional e-government ranking in Africa is the Seychelles. In the Americas, it is the United States of America. In Asia, it is the Republic of Korea. In Europe, it is the Netherlands, and in Oceania, it is Australia. One of the most important aspects of e-government is its ability to hear from the people of a nation and allow new voices to influence public policy. This has allowed governments to reply more directly to the needs of their citizens and provided greater opportunities for political participation and social inclusion. The first place winners for global e-participation are the Republic of Korea and the Netherlands. The second place winners are Kazakhstan and Singapore. And the third place winners are the United Kingdom and the United States.
Whether you live, work, or play in Singapore, you will find your lifestyle supported by an array of e-government initiatives.
UNPSA congratulates the winners of these awards and applauds their commitment to e-government and its applications for improving the lives of their citizens, and thanks these countries for providing best practices of how e-government applications can most effectively be utilized to improve the lives of their people. For more information on these awards or on UNPSA's e-government survey, go to www.unpan.org.
I hope you all enjoy the video as we mark the 10th anniversary of United Nations Public Service Awards program, spanning from 2003 to 2012. We would also like to pay tribute to the past winners through a video that highlights one past winner per region. The video is 90 minutes, so it's not going to be that long in duration, followed by 10 slides. Hope you will also enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Rwanda, the idyllic land of 1,000 hills, has had a terrible past. After the 1994 genocide, which left up to 1 million people dead, the government of unity and reconciliation strove to rebuild the country, leaving no stone unturned. Many development strategies were put in place. Homegrown initiatives were put at the forefront, making use of the social fiber and the Rwandan culture. One such program, initiated in 2001, was the Ubudehe process. It sought to create deliberate opportunities for people at the village level to interact with one another, to share viewpoints, and to create institutions of their own which assigned duties, benefits, responsibilities, and authority. Competition took place among the Ubudehe beneficiaries to establish the best performers in the program resource use for award at the national level. Villages built infrastructure such as bridges, schools including kindergartens, health centers, water systems, agricultural activities, as well as income-generating activities, to mention but a few. There is no doubt about the change brought by this program among the population. Here at the Amohoro Stadium, during the UNPSA award celebration, many gave testimonies of how they graduated out of poverty. This is Zainabu Mukachinani. After the Ubudehe program, she later became known as Mukabudehe Zainabu. She was totally hopeless in the past, among the extremely poor of her village in Matimba, in the Nyagatare district of the Eastern Province. That was until she received $100 from the program. She now manages various projects worth thousands of dollars, and she owns 1.5 hectares of land.
abana bariga njya neza njyama neza nta kibazo ubu ngubu abo bayobozi b'iwacu nabanza kuvuga nibo bari kumfasha mu gikorwa cyo kunshakira undi muturage umeze nkanjye kugira ngo muhe amafaranga n'abakore.
The UNPSA award was a pride for Rwanda and her development partners.
Ubudehe is about empowerment, about sharing in decision-making, about taking responsibility for combating poverty, about putting Rwandans in the driving seat of their destiny. Ubudehe has improved the lives of people at grassroots level, such as we have just had the privilege to listen to.
His Excellency Paul Kagame, who was the guest of honor, reiterated that
ibikorwa biri mu budehe zituma turushaho gutera imbere, turushaho no kugira no mura urenze kugira ngo u Rwanda rwacu turubane ahatari heza, turujyane turuganisha kuruteza imbere nk'uko bikwiye. Nibyo yavuyemo iki gihembo kiri hano cyahawe Abanyarwanda.
Rwanda is building tools that will enable its citizens to take control of their destinies and be responsible for the governance of their own communities. There is no doubt that Rwanda's population is walking in the path of sustainable development.
특허 행정정보 시스템의 개통으로 정부 부처 가운데 특허청이 처음으로 공무원 재택근무제를 도입한 가운데 민원인들도 안방에서 온라인으로 일을 볼 수 있는 전자민원 서비스가 1년 연중 24시간 내내 가능해졌습니다. 대전에서 이정우 기자가 보도합니다.
특허청 특허심사국에 근무하는 심사관 이충호 씨. 이달부터 시작된 재택근무로 집에서 특허심사 업무를 하고 있습니다. 특허청의 재택근무제는 우리나라 공공기관의 일하는 방식을 새롭게 바꿔놓고 있습니다. 집에서 일을 하기 때문에 가족들과 함께하는 시간이 늘어난 데다 업무의 집중성과 효율성도 높아졌습니다.
집에서 이렇게 가사도 좀 도와주면서 제 일을 시간에 구애받지 않고 할 수 있다는 거, 그러니까 뭐 출퇴근 시간 이외에 아침이나 밤에도 할 수 있다는 게 장점인 것 같습니다.
특허행정정보 시스템, 즉 특허넷2의 개통이 정부 부처 최초로 재택근무를 가능하게 했습니다.
보안성 시민을 구하려는 등
특허넷2는 특허청의 특허행정정보 시스템과 재택근무자를 온라인으로 연결하고 신분 확인을 위해 전자인증서와 지문인식 시스템을 적용했습니다. 민원인들도 방문 없이 안방과 사무실에서 민원을 해결하고 특허 심사 기간도 현재 22개월에서 크게 줄어들게 됩니다. 특허넷2 시스템의 개통은 우리나라에서 완벽한 전자민원 서비스의 시작을 의미합니다. 현행 전자민원 서비스 시간이 오는 7월부터 휴일까지 확대되고 11월부터는 24시간 365일 풀가동하는 등 미래형 전자정보 서비스 모델을 제시하고 있습니다.
365일 특허 민원 서비스가 가능하도록 됐습니다. 또 이 시스템을 이용해서 재택근무도 가능하도록 됐습니다. 이 시스템을 와이퍼 국제지식재산권 기구에서 표준으로 채택될 수 있도록 최선을 다해 나갈 예정입니다.
특허넷2는 특허 업무의 안전과 보안성을 높일 수 있을 뿐만 아니라 국제 특허 출원도 안방에서 할 수 있는 등 온라인 서비스의 완성으로 특허 행정의 세계화에도 앞장서고 있습니다. YTN 이정우입니다.
Youth in the Law Hall. In 2009, Youth in the Law Hall was nominated at EPSA, the European Public Sector Award, in the category Citizen Involvement. At the time, a functionary of Formes, an agency of the Public Function Department, suggested presenting our project to UNPSA, the United Nations Public Service Awards. In 2010, the project won the UNPSA trophy in the third category, North America and Europe, named Fostering Participation in Policy-Making Decisions through Innovative Mechanisms, which has contributed to attracting the attention of foreign countries, both EU and non-EU. After that, in 2010, the municipality of Timisoara in Romania invited us to show the project to the students of the Shakespeare Secondary School. Now, Youth in the Law Hall has spread to all Timisoara secondary schools. Furthermore, in 2010, the project was presented to Vitoria-Gasteiz in the Basque Country, Spain. And last year, on the 30th of May, the Secretary of OCSE asked the President of the Italian Cabinet to present the case Youth in the Law Hall to the Congress Public Consultation in Rulemaking, a practical guide in Tunisia. On the 19th May 2012, the project won the prize 10 by 10, 10 high-quality stories, organised by the Forum PIA Italia. Winning the UNPSA trophy was the realisation of a long-held dream. Each member of the Regional Council of Piedmont, one of the 20 regions of Italy, was able to win a prize in the same category with Europe and North American countries. It exceeded all expectations. After the initial euphoria, our thoughts focused on how to best present the project to the workshop in Barcelona so that others could enjoy it and import it as a model to their own countries. The award has confirmed that we are on track. It has also increased the bond between people in various roles who never even meet. It also increases the sense of teamwork between our team, administrators and external directors. The award also allows us to continue the project even during changes in administration, which has been a small miracle, now in its 15th year. The project is based on the concept of open government, which allows young people from secondary school to go into the regional council and learn about the decision-making processes that characterize the Legislative Assembly. From 1998 to the present, it has already involved 4,100 students from Piedmont. The Training Project. The initiative was established in 1998 in agreement with the regional management of the Ministry of Education, University and Research in Piedmont, with the aim of allowing about 60 students to experience a day as regional councillors, presenting, discussing and occasionally even approving their own draft laws. The basic idea of the project, which comes from a similar proposal presented in 1997 by the Chamber of Deputies, resulted since the very beginning in council staff showing extraordinary commitment to highlighting the importance of the idea to teachers and councillors. The improvements. Youth in the Law Hall during these years has undergone organisational changes with the aim of improving the quality of laws drawn up by the students. Since 2004, the project has been certified UNI-EN ISO 9001-2000. This involves our organisation being periodically checked for its adherence to the standard. A real turning point for the project occurred in 2005, when it was decided to transmit the draft laws to all councillors. The students' first regional law was born, promoting sundial use. This law became Regional Law number 33 of December 3, 2008. Over the years, other projects have gone on to become effective laws in the Piedmont region. In 2008, another step was taken to allow students to better understand the function that a councillor should carry out in order to convert a project into a real law. Therefore, we have underlined the formative and educational aspects of the project, instead of only the final event. The different phases of the event. The process is organised as follows: an information day for teachers. The final deadline for the submission of projects established at the end of May. The selection board, made up of the Regional Council and the Ministry of Education, universities and research officials, choose the projects according to the following criteria: originality, complexity of search and analysis capabilities and the depth of legislative texts. Commission session simulations are the real novelty of the project. The draft laws are treated in exactly the same way as those presented by regional councillors. During the Commission session, we witness a real experiment in participatory democracy. The 7 signatories of the class projects and their classmates, divided into small groups, simulate, with the help of Legislative Council officials, what happens in a commission. Where there are conflicting interests, amendments are made to the text, which is approved by the Commission and included in the agenda for the final session. There are 60 to about 200 students involved in the project every year. The concluding session of the Chamber is the culmination of the event. The 7 signatories of the various projects selected live another day as regional councillors, discussing and voting on the projects submitted in the presence of the presidents of the Regional Council and elected councillors. The legislative proposals, after being discussed at the Youth in the Law Hall Assembly, are transmitted to all councillors, so that they can adopt them to become effective laws in the region of Piedmont and its 4,300,000 citizens. Therefore, the education towards democracy aspect becomes a focus, as it is the most important investment that the Piedmont community can make for the young citizens of tomorrow. Youth in the Law Hall is handled entirely by regional council employees. In particular, 3 sectors from different offices work together so that the officials that participate in the project can share their significant experience. The organisation of youth in the Law Hall requires 4 elements: teachers, students, regional council employees and councillors who all work together to build a stronger bond with young people and the territory they represent.
Santana de Parnaíba, a village 38 kilometers far from São Paulo, became part of our history as the crib of the pioneers. From this point, they headed to explore the unknown Brazil. Santana de Parnaíba became prosperous with these bandeiras expeditions and competed with São Paulo in importance. However, the hard geographic relief and the changes of the commercial routes along the time isolated the town. Now we can find the largest protected ancient site of the São Paulo state with 209 secular buildings. One of the city highlights is the main church founded in 1882 with its wonderful state of art as altars and rich religious art. All the structures woke the public administration attention and recuperate and preserve the local heritage. That's the reason Santana created in 1999 the Projeto Oficina Escola de Artes e Ofícios, a joint made by the City Hall and other organizations, also sponsored by the Kellogg Foundation and Tamboré Construction Company.
É impressionante quando você visita hoje o centro de Santana de Parnaíba, você vê que realmente está restaurado, aquela parte da nossa história está restaurada, e que a comunidade se sente muito mais orgulhosa, né, da sua cidade e, portanto, muito mais comprometida com ela, com a sua preservação e com o desenvolvimento da sua comunidade. Então, eu acho que se somam várias coisas aí que fazem com que este projeto, na nossa maneira de ver da Fundação Kellogg, seja um projeto inovador.
The project develops and teaches techniques of restoration and conservation of cultural and historic heritage. Nowadays, the students are working in about 400 ancient buildings, including the 209 protected by the government. More than that, the project offers a professional graduation warranted future perspectives for kids with difficulties of social inclusion. All the students are supported with meals, transportation, and a studentship paycheck. At the end of the study, the kids acquire professional certification what allow them to ingress to the job market with a professional qualification.
Depois que nós saímos daqui, né? Tipo, nós já tem a sabedoria de alguma coisa, né? De uma profissão, restaurador.
Você fazer uma coisa que ajuda a sua própria, a cidade que você mora, né? Você ajudando a população. É muito bom.
Hoje em dia o pessoal passa por você e fala, olha, esse aluno, esse rapaz do projeto Oficina Escola, o pessoal já te trata diferente, o pessoal ajuda você também, né? A querer mais coisas.
Projeto Oficina Escola de Artes e Ofícios, o melhor projeto de restauração de imóveis de interesse histórico que nós temos no nosso país.
The project has been so well succeeded along its existence that Santana de Parnaíba was already rewarded with several different prizes. In 2006, they won the first place at the City of Opportunity Prize, offered by the Global Young Employment Dome in partnership with the International Labour Organization. Over 60 cities in Brazil applied to the prize, sponsored by UNO. Santana de Parnaíba won the prize to be focused in 3 primordial points: improve the life quality preserving the historic heritage, has social and cultural sustainability, and to be a partnership within public and private organizations and corporations. Due to the project's great success, several states and cities in Brazil, as well as other countries, are willing to join this effort, developing partnerships looking forward to acquire the technology in restoration and introduce the social inclusion opportunities among its citizens.
Excellencies, distinguished award winners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy the video presentation. Since we're running late, I would like to now begin and announce that our cultural performance on the occasion of the United Nations 2012 Public Service Day and Awards Ceremony begins. Thank you. It is my great pleasure to invite Excellency Mr. Li Baodong, Permanent Representative of the People's Republic of China to the United Nations, to make his welcome remarks. His Excellency.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Chinese mission to UN, I extend my warm congratulations on the opening of the UN headquarters of the Sound of Harmony Culture Performance in celebration of the 2012 UN Public Service Day, which is jointly sponsored by the UN Department for Economic and Social Affairs and China International Culture Communication Center. Today's performance is part of an award ceremony of the annual UN Public Service Day. In 2002, the UN General Assembly adopted Resolution 57-277, designating June 23rd as UN Public Service Day. It is intended to celebrate the value and virtue of public service to the community and highlight the important contribution of public service in the process of development. It is of great significance. Over the past 10 years, by awarding the public sectors and service institutions with outstanding contributions, the United Nations have promoted